Welcome on board, Xenia. How you doing? Is this your first time in a helicopter? Me too. I know. I've been flying for years in Hawaii, actually over 35 years now. Welcome, Kurt. How you doing? It's a pleasure. I'm Steve. Nice to meet you. Of course, you already know my co-pilot, Xenia. It's like musical chairs. When a song ends, we switch. You're the next to fly, Xenia. I got here from the military. Compliments of General Noriega, who tried to kill me September 17th, 1987. You were there in Panama? Wow. Yeah, that's what got me to Hawaii right there. I was sent for R&R. They had to put my knees back together and put me in flight status, so I've been here ever since. Away we go. Nothing to it. I guess I can open my eyes now. And welcome to the beautiful Garden Isle of Kauai, which is the fourth largest island, the roundest in shape, and the only island where the main volcano is directly in the center, Mount Waialeale, which we'll take a look at later. Our main shipping harbor ahead is the Willy Willy. It's named for the Willy Willy tree, the false sandalwood tree, which once grew abundantly here. A couple of great places to go eat on this side, too. That large building on the cliffs is called Timbers, where you'll find a restaurant called Hualani's. The food is off the charts. It is so good. Imagine dining looking across infinity pools to the ocean. And to the right of the Marriott is Duke's Canoe Club restaurant. Even the hors d'oeuvres are good. They have a crab, cream cheese, macadamia nut wonton with mustard plum dipping sauce. It's like doing CPR to your taste buds. It's a winner. The hula pie for dessert is legendary. One slice feeds the whole table. Yeah, they're huge slice of hula pie. And in the back of the Willy Willy is the Kipu Stream. That might look familiar. If you saw the movie Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark, they filmed the scene here where Harrison Ford comes running out of the woods being chased, telling the pilot of the seaplane, "Jock, start the engines." That was filmed below to your right front. That was one of Harrison Ford's own airplanes. Harrison Ford loves Kauai. He's got a place here. I've flown him before with his son and two granddaughters. Down below is the Kipu Ranch. They have ATV rides, zip lines. The longest, fastest zip line ride in Hawaii is here. You get up to 60 miles an hour for up to a minute and a half. Suspended face forward, arms out, flying like Superman the whole way. I actually heard the longest, continuous, high-pitched scream that I've ever heard. It lasted the entire length of that zip line. It was me. A little more excitement than I was expecting. Anyone staying in Poipu? All right, that's to our left. The Grand Hyatt's over there, the Sheraton, Brennicke's, Hula Grill, Spouting Horn, Hula Hula Grill. Lots of great places. Notice how civilization is disappearing? You actually miss out on 70% of Kauai if you drive around the island. Most of the beauty is reserved for us in a helicopter. And we can see Alexander Reservoir. It's an agricultural reservoir. That's for irrigating all that coffee down by the shore. And from here we head to Hanapepe so we can check out the waterfalls you've seen in Jurassic Park. Remember the first Jurassic Park film? They show the helicopter landing in front of waterfalls. Actually, it was landing in front of a green screen in front of a hangar. They were put together with Hollywood special effects, but the waterfalls are here. And we'll take a little trip back here. All right, Mark and Alex, to your right side, you're the first to see the Mono Waipuna Falls. Isn't this beautiful? There we go. Now you got a good view, Xenia. Kirk, should be able to see that. Ben and Tim, how's the view? It's amazing, isn't it? Imagine exchanging or renewing wedding vows in a helicopter in front of waterfalls. It just so happens I'm licensed to perform aerial weddings and renew vows for couples in places like this. And what couples like, it's beautiful, and they know they come back married. Only two choices available, I do, or Geronimo, or pressure to say the right thing at the right time. Welcome to the desert. Cactus growing everywhere, scorpions crawling across the dirt, less than 12 inches of annual rain. Yet Mount Waialeale in the center of Kauai gets up to 500 inches of annual rain. Same island, less than 10 miles apart. Beautiful, isn't it? And offshore of the island Niihau, just kind of hiding behind the clouds over there, 17 miles away, privately owned by the Robinson family, who are descendants of Elizabeth Sinclair. She bought the island Niihau from Kamehameha III back in 1864 for $10,000 in gold. Buying an island's a little more pricey nowadays. Larry Ellison bought Lanai recently from Rupert Murdoch for $350 million. Big difference. And on the shore we can see the river in town Waimea, where Captain James Cook became the first Westerner to ever set foot on Hawaiian soil. And it was something that inspired Samuel Clemens, Mark Twain. He visited here in 1866, called this the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, and then he'd write, I now know a place where the smell of the flowers blow across the sea, and though I might sit over 1,000 miles away, I can never forget this beautiful place where waters deep and red still stir my imagination. Stirring anyone's imagination? We're doing about 120 miles an hour right now. Doesn't feel like it though, does it? You can see a point on the ridge ahead called Pu'ukapele. Hawaiians believed if you stood there and shouted, your voice could be heard on Oahu. Not wanting to break tradition, Hawaii Telecom put a microwave link to Oahu on the same exact spot. And you can see all the cars parked over to your left. That's the lookout point. Really nice place to go spend some time. We're about to change scenery again. This is one of my favorites. when all of a sudden the ground disappears for 3,000 feet. Welcome to the beautiful Nepali coast. Nepali means the cliffs. Just another day here in paradise.
It's another day here in paradise, where everybody's feeling awesome nice. Just another day, yeah.
Isn't this amazing? Instantly we can see why they chose this as a backdrop for scenes in Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. When they filmed Jurassic World on Kauai, my daughter took Chris Pratt hunting on the island. I found out he was discovered on Oahu while working as a waiter at Bubba Gump's restaurant. There's hope for all of us now. And this first valley coming up, Honapu, means turtle head. We can see what looks like a turtle sticking its head out of his shell. And there's an archway under the neck. If you saw King Kong starring Jessica Lange and Jeff Bridges, they walked through the archway in the movie. Isn't this incredible? It's 6 days, 7 nights. Harrison Ford and Anne Heck are walking through there. Now let's say you wanted to hike this far out. Your car would be 11 miles away. That would make it a 22-mile hike. 11 miles out, 11 miles back to your car. And it is not straight and level. You're going uphill, downhill, in the valleys, out the valleys, around traversing back and forth on cliff walls just to get out this far. I've never taken that hike. No, it's just too much for my knees. But if you drive around Waimea Canyon and stay on the road all the way to the road end, where you'll eventually end up is in the back of this large valley up on top. There's a lookout point, the Kalala Lookout. So you can look down here where it takes hours of hiking to see without the hike. Another thing you'll notice, take a look at these waves. These waves are on the way up in height. By Sunday, we're supposed to get up to 40-foot waves. Yeah, they're going to open up the Eddie Aikau Surfing Championship. Waves have to be at least 30 foot before they will open up the waves for surfing. Now, if you do decide to hike, don't go swim. We have the strongest rip currents in Hawaii here. People have been rescued as far as 1.5 miles offshore. Any further, plan on seeing Alaska. That's your next stop. There's nothing but ocean from here to Alaska. But we do have something from Alaska that's been heading this way. Humpback whales. Spotted some out here earlier, so I'm giving it a look-see. It's not a whale. What I'm looking for is when they surface, the blast of their exhale comes out about 60 miles an hour, spouting. And if you don't see a whale spouting, you're going to see a whale breaching. You can't miss 40 tons leaving the water. The splash is enormous. Wow, some of these waves hitting the wall are just shooting water up a couple hundred feet in the air.
Spread a little aloha around the world. And I know
Wow, that's amazing. All right, let's go check it out. I'll make a little turn here for you.
a better place for you and for me. A-L-O-H-A, a little aloha in our day.
Isn't that amazing?
Around the world.
That's all salt spray from these huge waves. In the summer months, they take people into the sea caves with the boats, but obviously in the winter, that's not a good idea. And we kind of stay up high just a bit because of this residential area where we have the highest number of noise complaints against helicopters in Hawaii. So all the aircraft come up high and stay away from this particular spot. But there's a saying, what goes around comes around. In 2016, we had a flood. It severed the road in several places and stranded all these people. Guess who came to the rescue? That's right, the same helicopters they complained about. But that didn't change their feelings about it. Sadly, they got their representatives all stirred up. Currently, there's a bill that they've put together that if it passes will eliminate helicopters from 3 of the major islands overnight in Hawaii. A handful of people are going to control an industry that safely has been flying 1.5 million people a year for at least the last 30 plus years. And that handful of people are going to control our destiny. So, if they ever need our help again, we're just going to drop bread and water up on the beach with a little note attached. You could have been rescued, you know. We'll see if they like that better. If you don't think we should be shutting helicopters down in Hawaii, Representative Ed Case is the one you want to write a letter to. And I encourage everybody to write a letter because he thinks it's just a handful of people that should control the island. And it's not true. Over to your left-hand side, we can see the Hanalei Bay. Hana means place. Hanalei, the place shaped like a flowered lake. And growing around Hanalei, what looks like rice paddies, is taro. A starch like a potato, they boil and pound out into poi. Has anyone sampled some delicious poi? You can always hang wallpaper with it. Mix it with pancake batter, makes a delicious pancake too. Instead of maple syrup, lilikoi syrup. You'll never want regular pancakes again. And Mount Nemolokama. Nemolokama means weaved together and tightly pulled. Most likely named from the water looking like threads, weaved into a single stream, pulling it down to the ocean. Always something behind the name given to the land by Hawaiians. How would you like to go fishing in waterfalls? Actually, here you could. There's an unusual fish found in the falls called o'opu. Opu means belly. It's got a suction cup on its belly, which allows it to cling to rock and work its way up the falls. It's considered a delicacy in a way. And if you go to the fish market, they sell a opu up to $35 per pound, which will be the most expensive catfish you will ever try. That's what it tastes like. A long time ago, Hawaiians climbed to the top of this ridge straight ahead and then followed this to the top of the mountain. The first who ever made it found a pond up there where they saw the winds rippling the waters. Waiale Ale means the rippling waters. That's how he got the name. It is a treacherous climb though. There are places you can slip and drop 700 to 1,000 feet. I think I'll pass on that hike. And from here we head to the entranceway to go inside the volcano of Mount Waialeale. Have you ever flown inside a volcano before? We're about to. Welcome to the crater of Maui Ale Ale. Isn't this beautiful? The top is 5,148 feet above sea level. Inside, 4,000-foot cliffs. It's because of the cliffs that creates an illusion. When we go inside, it blocks our peripheral vision and will make us feel much closer to these walls than we actually are. We're never closer than 300 feet. It just feels like it. In the back, you'll see water coming through the mountain, through the porous lava. It takes years before coming out. There, Mark and Alex have the first view. Let me swing that around. Isn't that beautiful? Do I have the roughest job in the world or what? You definitely don't get much sympathy in this job, though. Years ago, there was a show called Fantasy Island, starring Ricardo Montalban, Hervé Valenchez. In the opening scene, they'd always show a beautiful waterfall. Then they'd show an airplane fly by. Tattoo would look up and go, "The plane, the plane." Well, that waterfalls is the one to your left. The Wailua Falls is the Fantasy Island waterfalls seen on TV. And you can see the cars. You can drive out here from Honolulu. Not too bad. Always sad to look up and see Lahui getting closer, which lets us know we're on our way back to where we started. Hawaiians say, "Wahala nakapuna ahe iki kole oleo, vala nuko ke iala, inamea ike awe, hopilalo iyo kikilo." Translated, the ancestors of Hawaii have long since passed on. Today's people see only a glimpse of that time long ago and far behind. And I really enjoy being the one to share a glimpse of that. I like to think everyone goes from friendship to family in one place. Look how fast my family grows. But please recommend Air Kauai to family and friends traveling this way. It's our best advertising. We're on Maui as Air Maui. And when you're home, you can tell everyone, we discovered we have a relative on Kauai. His name is Steve. He's flying helicopters all day. Poor guy, though. He's got it rough. They may not believe that last part. I like this version of Feliz Navidad. There's a guitar solo in here from Carlos Santana, who's actually got a home on Kauai, over by Anahoa.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
You can see the Kauai Beach Resort, Hanamalu Bay. You really don't want to go swim in Hanamalu Bay. The water here is a bit polluted from all the drainage coming downhill from the community upslope from it. And we just want to stay buckled up until we land. Our folks will come out and assist offload. Always exit to the front, never go behind the helicopter. The tail rotor spins so fast it's invisible. Everyone have a good time? Am I spoiled? Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that. The most difficult thing I have to do each day is convince my wife I had a rough day at the office. She's not buying it. Aloha, mahalo, ahui ho, malama pono. Please take care of yourselves until the next time we meet. And mele kalikimaka haole makahikiho. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Always nice to land right when a song ends.
I want to